Hi boys and girls, in this video I'm going to be doing your chapter 12 math review with you. So make sure that you have your math book out and open. We will go through all of the questions and answers together to help you prepare for the test that you'll be taking tomorrow. So if you open up your math book, the chapter 12 review begins on page 477. It has the pink border at the top. You can put your name and number at the top, and we will begin. Remember, as I go through these, I will read the problem. We will work it out together on the whiteboard, and then you will circle your answers in your book. If at any time I'm going too fast, don't forget, you can pause the video and get yourself caught up, okay? Since we're not in the classroom and you can't raise your hand and say, Mrs. Gray, please slow down, you have the ability to just pause me. Wouldn't it be great if you could do that in real life? All right, so let's take a look here at the top of the chapter review. Number 1 says, which number is 10 less than 17? So if we're looking at the number 17, 17 is 1 10 and 7 ones. So if we're going 10 less, we're not messing with our ones. We know that will stay 7, but we're going to take away a 10. So if we take away 110 from 17, it leaves us with 0. And remember that we don't have to write that 0. It's assumed that it's there. So our answer for number 1, 10 less than 17, would be B, 7. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 says, which addition equation can you use to subtract 90 minus 7? Now remember, we know that addition and subtraction are related. So if I'm trying to figure out 90 minus 70, I can ask myself, what number plus 70 would give me 90? And this answer will then tell me what 90 take away 70 is, because we know that addition and subtraction are almost like reverses or inverted versions of each other. So 90 minus 70 equals this, and this plus 70 equals 90. So because these are both even tens, 9 tens and 7 tens, I can think about it in smaller terms. And instead of thinking about it in tens, I could think 9 and 7. And I know that to get from 7 to 9, I would add 2. Okay, but now when I go to put in my answer, I know that I'm dealing with tens. So it's not 7, it's 70. And it's not 9, it's 90. So my answer is not 2, it's 20. So if 20 plus 70 equals 90, then 90 minus 70 equals 20. And I know I'm blocking that answer, but it is right there so you can see it. So 90 minus 70 is 20. So the question said, which addition sentence can help us? Well, 20 plus 70 equals 90. So A would be our answer for that one. Okay, moving down to number 3. Number 3 has 6 tens minus 3 tens. Okay, so what we can do is draw out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, 6 tens is 60. And if I take away 1, 2, 3 tens, that leaves me with 3 tens, or 30. So 6 tens take away 3 tens equals 3 tens. So looking over here, our answer would be C, 3 tens. Moving on to number 4, it says subtract. We have 80 minus 40. Now remember, we've learned a bunch of different ways to do this, and when you're taking the test, I want you to choose the way that you like best. Okay, if it's easier for you to just go right down the columns and say 0 minus 0 equals 0, 8 minus 4 equals 4, do that. If it's easier for you to draw it out, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then take away 10, 20, 30, 40 to give you 10, 20, 30, 40? Do that. If it's easier for you to write out a number line and have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then jump back 10, 20, 30, 40 to get 10, 20, 30, 40. If that's easier for you, do it that way. You decide which way works best for you. And for this particular problem, the answer is 40, so you can circle B. All right, moving down to number 5. It says subtract 71 minus 40. So I have 71 minus 40. Now, I'm not messing with my ones. So if I were to draw this out, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 71, and I took away 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, I still have that 1 here. That 1 didn't go away. So now I have 10, 20, 30, 1. So 71 minus 40 is basically taking away 4 tens from 7 tens. We're not messing with our 1, so our answer is 31. So for 5, you can circle B, 31. All right, let's look at number 6. What number is 10 less than 62? Well, you should be rock stars at this because you did that whole page yesterday where you would do 10 more or 10 less. So if we have 62 and we're going to take away just 1 10, that would put us at 52. So go ahead and circle D, 52, and then turn the page so we can work through the back problems together. Okay. On the back of this review, number 7 says, Kelly writes a story that has 80 words. So I'm going to write down here at the top of my page 80. That's how many words are in Kelly's story. There are 50 words on the first page. So if this is her book, okay, and here's a page and here's a page, this page has 50 words on it. The rest of the words are on the second page. So this is where the rest of her words would go. So all together, this whole book has 80. This page has 50. We want to find out how many go on this page. So there's a few different ways we can figure this out. We could say, okay, 80 minus 50 would give me this number. Or we could say 50 plus what number would give us that whole of 80. So part, whole. So if I were to write this out, I would say what number, if I add it to the 50 pages here, would equal 80. And if I think about this in terms of just single numbers, forget that they're tens, and I say what number plus 5 would give me 8, well, I know that 3 plus 5 is 8. So now if I convert those back into tens, 30 plus 50 equals 80. So how many words were on this page? 30. Which addition sentence helped me solve that? Right here, 30 plus 50 equals 80. So we look over here and we find B says 30 plus 50 equals 80. Go ahead and give that one a circle. Let's take a look at number 8. The table shows us how long each friend studies. So we've got Eli, Dylan, and Adam. Eli studies 40 minutes, Dylan studies 30, and Adam studies 50. How many more minutes does Eli study than Dylan? So we don't need to know about Adam for this problem. That's just extra information. All we need to know is that Eli, and I'll put the E here for Eli, Eli studied 40 minutes, and Dylan, I'll put the D for Dylan, studied 30 minutes. And we need to find the difference between 40 and 30, and that will tell us how many more minutes Eli studied. So 0 minus 0 equals 0. 4 minus 3 equals 1. So how many more minutes did Eli study than Dylan? 10 minutes. So you can circle A, 10 minutes. All right, we've only got 2 more and we will be wrapped up with our review. Looking at number 9, Ellie gets 90 points on her test. Good job, Ellie. We'll put a 90 here to show Ellie got 90 points. Ava got 10 points less than Ellie. So if it's 10 less, that means we got to take away 10 to find out what Ava got. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Take away 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we have 80 for our answer. Ava got 80. You can circle C, 80. And the last one on this review says the Bulldogs scored 77 points. I'm going to write that down in their basketball game. They beat the Tigers by 20 points. Okay, so that means they had 20 more points than the other team. So how many points did the Tigers score? Well, if we take away the 20 that they beat them by, we'll be able to figure out the difference, and that will tell us how many points the Tigers scored. So let's look at our columns here. If I have 7 minus 0, I still have 7, so I'm not messing with my ones. 7 minus 2, that would give me 5. So how many points did the Tigers score? 57 points. So you can circle B, 57 points. And boys and girls, we are finished with our review. I hope that you have been picking up on some of these methods for subtracting. You will continue to work with double-digit subtracting for the rest of your life. I've taught you a few methods that hopefully will lock into your brain and you'll use them as you move forward. Tomorrow when you're taking the test, sometimes it will tell you specifically, show me the addition sentence or draw out the picture. But if it doesn't tell you specifically what to do, you can choose any method you want, whatever works best for you and your brain. So go over this review again, make sure that you understand all the concepts, and you will do awesome on your test tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.